our earlier conversation about death, our next speaker will reflect on the silence that follows. Please give a heartfelt welcome to Dorothy, who will speak on the silence after death.
Hello everyone, I'm Dorothy. Today, I'm going to talk about something we usually avoid, death. First, let me start by asking, when you were a kid, are you adults tell you something to avoid the bad luck? Like, don't write someone's name in red ink, and don't stick chopstick upright in rice. And if someone says something bad lucky, you will quickly speak pay as if speaking the bad luck away. Sounds familiar? That was the word I grew up in. In my family, the word death was treated like a spoiler. You don't say it, you don't even hint at it. If someone mentioned it, people would exchange their glances, change the topic, and my aunt would suddenly remember a recipe. So, over time, we formed an unconditional rule. Don't say it won't happen. Stay silent, and you will be safe. But when my grandfather died, the silence didn't protect me at all. I was too young to understand what that really meant. I didn't know how to express love, or that I should. So I never said I love you to him. And since kids were told not to go to the funerals or graveyard, I didn't visit his grave for over 10 years. My family was grieving, but except for my grandmother, everyone has their feelings. Sometimes they ask me softly, "Do you still remember Grandpa?" They were afraid that I forgot. And honestly, I was forgetting. Years later, I watched an old video of him. He was feeding me, smiling with the gentle love in his eyes. I watched it alone and cried. It doesn't because I feared death. It's because I realized that someone loved me unconditionally and never said a word back. So that moment taught me something. I'm not only afraid of death, but of the too late that comes with it. The love unspoken and the time unlived. And I don't think I'm alone. This kind of fear doesn't only appear on the day of a funeral. It's hide in the quiet and ordinary moments. It's when your mom is late coming home. You call her and she doesn't answer, and your mind jumps to the worst. Then she texts, no signal on subway. You feel both relief and a little bit stupid after panicking. Or when suddenly you imagine that 20 years later, realizing your grandparents may be already gone, you stop imagining that suddenly, because you cannot bear the picture. We usually say, I don't care, but really we care so much that pretending not is our way of coping. Avoiding talking about that doesn't because we are brave, but because we are afraid. Afraid of regret, afraid of the emptiness that follows. That's my fear of losing others. It's not a big philosophy. It's just an empty chair at the dinner table, and a silence at a call that never comes again. Of course, I also fear my own death. That fear cuts deep. I fear the void. I don't know where my mind goes, or if I just get switched off. Sometimes late at night, after scrolling the TikTok or finishing the homework, I freeze a moment and thought, what if one day I just stop existing? I feel tiny, just like a bit of dust in the universe. 30 seconds later, I'm back on my phone, because apparently humanity's deepest fear and humanity's procrastination both go perfectly together. But every time that feeling hits, I realize that I cannot logic it away. The uncertainty washes over me. No one can prove the afterlife, and no one can show us what the eternity actually looks like. And that may be the fear cuts deep. It reminds me of what I value, that I exist, that I continue, and I'm someone with someone. If you put these two fears side by side, the fear of others' death and the fear of your own, they both point the same truth. Life is finite. And because life is finite, we are afraid. But also because life is finite, the things give meaning. A phone call that connects, a blurry photo that holds a lot, and a clumsy but honest "I'm here." I used to think that fear is something we need to defeat. Now, I see it as a light. It shows us what the things really matter. The people you fear losing are the ones you love the most. And the places you fear the emptiness are the ones that you feel most alive. Fear doesn't teach us how to fight the death, but it teaches us how to live. So, here's something I try to do. First, set small anchors of the relationships. Weekly dinners, monthly calls, and silly meetings, they sound simple, but they keep us steady. And second, post with 1 second before goodbye. Say, come home safe, or don't stay up too late. 1 second, point the key real. And third, talk about the death in a lighter way. Say, which film can I represent you? Or which song I always remember you by. It's not dark, it's just talking about the death and what really matters. And I've learned that fear doesn't go away, and it doesn't have to. It's a lamp. It shines on what things we don't want to lose, and what things we still have the time to do. We fear because the things that really matters. Fear doesn't hold us back. It's a light that lights the way that forward. If something I said made you think of someone, don't rush to text them. Just say their name in your heart, and when you are ready, say what you want to say, a little bit earlier than usual. We are not raising the death, we are just learning how to live, unconditionally and fully and honestly, within our limits. That's all, thank you.